Welcome to Daytona, Daytona Beach, Florida. We have Sidewinder Racing Leagues getting ready to do the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series in Daytona. Got a few cars heading out on track. Mike Edwards in the 14, Wes Parker to 22, Llewellyn 23, Ryan Thomas in the 40. Joseph Madigan. Jimmy Kubanek making a rare start in Xfinity. Alex Coffey. People come out of nowhere when you go to the super speedways, so got some extra drivers in tonight. Maybe have 32 cars here tonight. Hayden Lowell in the 5, getting up to speed. Nobody's officially started their first time lap yet. Everyone out on their warm-up. NASCAR goes to dirt, so I don't know how that works out. NASCAR does the dirt racing. So much for your theory, Blake. It does that, Hayes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. No rhyme or reason at all. Apparently it hasn't worked in a while. 513 is the last time it shows one. Oh crap. That one didn't work either. Try again. First few laps starting to come through. Takes a long time to get around this place. Currently the 96 Jimmy Kubanek at the top of the boards. IK9.com Toyota. Nathan Lafayette goes P2. Penguin Security Services Toyota. Wes Parker's 10/10 machine sitting in 3rd. Joe Madigan in 4th. Marcus Miller. That'll be your top 5. 12 cars have a lap down so far. What's up, Ethan? Here, Blake, why don't you start up a World of Outlaws League for Sidewinder? Do it. Remember, if you take a qualifying lap, you cannot take a black flag to go to the back of the field. So drivers that end up in the soup gonna have to stay there. The 3 crashes his primary car. Gonna have to go to a backup now for Marcus Miller. Minute 20 left here. Madigan completes his time, P4. Bikey now P2. Wes Parker P1. JR Deal working lap number 2. How you doing, Tyler? JR sitting in 7th. Jake Lawrence goes up to P6. Dominic Lee jumps up to P5. His 91-98 car. Clint Roberts goes to P2. St. Louis Cardinals Terry Labonte inspired paint scheme. Yay! What up, Ethan? I've never even heard of signed laser elements. How you doing, Jeremy? Blake Giggly Slow out there in his Toyota Supra this week. Crosses the line. Goes P2.
All right, thanks for coming out tonight
Right at
from
the
the
end
Daytona. We got 90 laps tonight. We're going to have halfway points given out at the end of lap 45. There will be no caution. Guys have 5 total sets of tires tonight. You got 1 fast repair. Have some fun out there. Drive safe, and let's go.
That your series director, Travis Martin, giving a quick pre-race chat to the drivers. Heard him say 90 laps tonight. Stage points or halfway points at end of lap 45.
Did I set a new track record?
Could find out that for you. Don't think I'm going to, though. Wes Parker going to be your pole sitter tonight. Starts alongside Blake Giglio in the front row.
Did I set a new track record?
Really? We're going to... Okay. Clint Roberts starts third. Brandon Vikey fourth. Alex Coffey fifth. Joe Madigan not on track yet. Starts in sixth. Dominic Lee rolls off seventh alongside Marcus Miller. Jake Lawrence not on track yet. Starts ninth alongside Nathan Lafayette. J.R. Deal starts 11th next to Ryan Thomas. Got Daniel Llewellyn, Dylan Drilling, row number 7. Mike Edwards, Jimmy Kubanek in row 8. Mike Edwards is not on track yet. There he is, slacker. Tyler Lanin, Ian Montrose, row 9. Hayden Lowell, Travis Martin, row 10. Justin Wilkinson, Jeremy Clapper, row 11. Ethan Evers, Brandon Vasquez, row 12. Dalton Hayes not on track yet, and Jay Munch, row 13. Bill Rivard, Cody Cleaver, row 14. Mark Dingman and Mark Kincaid, row 15.
Hey, Travis. Thanks for the host, Travis.
Jeremy Scherer, Scott Elston, row 16, and final row, row 17. Will Asherbanner starts 33rd. Big field tonight. Gonna be hard to see all the cars in the replays. So hopefully not too much happens way in the back. At the moment, we must have grid about 26 of the cars. So the last 6 cars may have trouble seeing. $90 laps.
Oh yeah, as a reminder, start is on green, and then all restarts thereafter are on the leader, and also leader has no
Blake, you're going to start a World of Outlaw series. That's what we're trying to get you to do. Couple Toyotas on the front row. Chevrolets in row 2. Field working their way through turn number 4. Pace laps taking eternity here. Pace car heads on down. We're getting ready to set this one off. We are underway from Daytona. Fort Worth screen printing Xfinity series. Already apologizing. That's not a good sign. Wes Parker breaks away for the lead. Help of Clint Roberts behind him. Top side, Giglio has the help of Brandon Vikey, Joseph Madigan, the top line. Not a lot of cars in that top line, about 7 cars, and then it disappears. Everyone jumping down to the bottom to make laps, it seems. Good strategy for a 90-lap race. Wes Parker leads that lap. We've made it a lap and a half clean. That's a good start. So we can get in and log some laps tonight. Click them off. Still just 7 cars in that top line. Everyone else down low. Blake Giglio drops to the bottom in the lead. That'll leave 6 cars up top. Bikey now leading the outside charge. Madigan and Miller behind. 95. It's Alex Coffey dropping back in the field. He didn't like what he was seeing. He's going to fall back a bit. Now the 78 and 83 have moved to the top. Along with the 2 of Montrose, the 19 of Wilkinson. So top's starting to get a little bit of help. Ikey now trying to push ahead in the red and white 27. That car's sideways coming through the tri-oval. Push off of the 76 of Madigan.
Now stay up there, Joseph.
There's Wes Parker. Warning Joe Madigan to stay up in the top. '16 team looks like they brought a test car. Doesn't even have the league decals on it. Gets a little bobble. Mikey able to avoid the 16 coming up. Giglio, Parker, and Roberts on the bottom 3. Mikey, Madigan, and Miller the top 3 on the high line. Looks like the low line prevailing for the moment. Plenty of cars up in the top lane now. I believe that may have been Brandon Bikey.
Kind of gonna happen to these cars. I won't push it out.
Looks like we're 3 wide, and the 3 of Miller gets a little out of shape. Everyone checking up to avoid contact. It seems the field has gotten away with this one. Just some cars slow on the apron at the moment. Roberts tried to go back up onto the banked part of the track, just was not working out for him. These guys fall all the way to the back after checking up. It's Clint Roberts, Dominic Lee, and Jake Lawrence. After that situation, they have fallen to 27th, 26th, 27th, to 28th. Tough break for those guys. Hopefully they can try to stay in the draft, but I don't think they will. Falling way back now. That kind of spread the front end of the field out a little bit. Roberts was running 3rd on the inside line when all that shook out. Madigan shot down to the bottom. Mikey's now behind him. Top line has the 40 car of Ryan Thomas, the 3 of Marcus Miller. Wes Parker going to go up there and join those Toyotas. Now we got 4 Toyotas lined up on the outside, trying to pass 1 Toyota down on the inside. Wes Parker uses that outside momentum to get ahead of Giglio, lead the bottom lane. Puts Wes Parker back out in control of the race. Blake Giglio now trying to do the same maneuver. Jumps out from 2nd while he has the space. Gets in front of the 40 of Ryan Thomas.
Good call.
Thomas going to push the 16 clear. Giglio not quite enough space to come down. See if we can check in on those cars that were getting bounced around a little bit. Clint Roberts, he's 4 seconds back of the pack now. these three going to have to work together to try and stay on the lead lap and hope for a yellow. Unfortunate for those guys. It's our favorite time of the race, 10% of the way through. Give Mr. D-Waddy Bama his call out. Outside line starting to get a pretty decent push. Fell back a bit. Giglio trying to give a little side draft to the inside. Madigan getting a little out of shape. Second car on the inside line. Gets down on the apron.
Sorry, Bill.
He's just trying to get a big.
Field's starting to work lap 10. So cool to watch the whole pack screen by like that. Despite the side-by-side 2x2 kind of racing, I think everyone's just kind of riding at the moment. Not putting in overly aggressive moves. A little bit of that side drafting going on, but not crazy amounts. Won't be too long, they have to start figuring out how to get single file
It's faster.
to get ready for the pit cycles. Let's drop back through the field a little bit, see where everyone that's at. Got Wes Parker, Joe Madigan, Blake Giglio, Mikey Thomas dealing with your top 5. Miller, Lafayette, Kubanik, JR Deal, and Drelling. Your top 10, and you got Daniel Llewellyn, Tyler Lanin, Bill Rivard, Ian Montrose, Mark Kincaid. These guys trying to stay out of the pack a little bit. You see that gap they've left themselves to try and avoid anything. Clapper Newell in 16th, Wilkinson 17th, Alex Coffey is 18th, Jay Munch 19th, Cleaver 20th. A lot of these guys just riding at the moment. Hayden Lowell 21st, Travis Martin 22nd, Vasquez 23rd, Edwards 24th, Ethan Evers 25th, Dalton Hayes 26th, Jeremy Scherer 27th, Mark Dingman 20, now showing him 26th, but 28th I believe. Yeah, Asher Brenner. And then he jumps way out of whack. There's Elston in 30th. And you got Clint Roberts. He's what, 4 seconds back?
I put my engine cool there, 16.
31st, 32nd, 33rd. Still in the lead lap. As Roberts, Lee, and Lawrence are struggling with the big check up the field had. You see that gap they have, the field already out of 1. They're not even to turn number 1 yet.
Take up a little bit in the air.
Here drivers talking about cooling the engines. Looks like Wes Parker trying to run a little high to let Madigan have some air on the nose. Try to help him cool while they run the back straightaway. It's always good to try and take care of your drafting partners. Very close at the line to see who was leading that lap. And 4th car on the high line nearly got the wall. And it's Jimmy Kubanik, the 96. He's flirting with disaster there. Remember with the hydrate? Yes, sir. There you go. I got you. And it's in my purple glass. I know you can't see it. Just for you. What's up, Thrizzy? Coming down through the tri-oval. Complete lap 14. Now we got a 3 wide move. First time we've seen that. Blake Giglio getting shuffled out. Giglio drops back to the third car in the outside line as you got the 40 of Thomas and the 3 of Miller shuffling Giglio back a little bit. Miller now determined to push that 40 out to the lead. Gets him turned. Ryan Thomas down in the grass. The field shuffling behind him. Mikey then gets into the double zero. That'll be the yellow. Looks like also the 40 came back up the track.
Get her going. Nathan, you can get her going, buddy.
There's the 40. That's kind of where it all started. And then a big checkup came. Looks like Asherbranner's lost his front end. We're going to lose the 40 a little bit here. He was out front, leading this race. See if we can get a better angle here. Looks like a bump gone bad from the 3. Gets the 40 out of shape. Then we're going to go for a ride in the grass. Fortunate that at that point, he had already gotten in front of the inside line, so didn't collect more cars right off the bat. But then the 40 comes back up to the track. See, they're already wrecking from the checkup. He's got the brakes locked. The wheels aren't turning, but he slides it right up the track. Gets a piece, I believe that was Travis Martin.
Anyone?
Then disappears. We can't see what happens to him for a bit. There he is. Asherbrenner at that point lost his front end, and the 40 has no back end, so I'm guessing the 31 and 40 had contact as the 40 slid back up the track.
On the brakes a little excessively there. Just want to make sure I got past there without hitting him.
Now let's see what happens to the 27 of Bikey. He gets
Nah,
turned
you're
sideways
good, man.
in this.
I just was, somebody was right up my butt, too.
Where are you at, Bikey? Here we go. You see the 40 get turned by the 3. Field will check up. Bikey down onto the flat. Comes back up the track right into the double zero of Lafayette. Turns Lafayette around as Bikey couldn't stay down low. Let's watch the double zero Lafayette. 40 shoots off. Lafayette gives a little bit of room, but Bikey took a lot more room than that. JR Deal gets hit in the back. Ian Montrose gets a piece in the 2. Cleaver makes it through. Clapper comes to a stop to avoid contact. Keeps his car clean. There goes Asherbranner at the front end destroyed. Some of the cars riding all the way in the back trying to not get caught up in an accident, still get caught up in it. See on pit road the double zero. Looks like he's opting to take damage repair instead of the fast repair. This camera angle is terrible. Let's try again. There we go. Like JR Deal, he's got some left rear damage. He's heading off pit road. Montrose, he's got some right rear damage. Dingman's got some front end damage in the 82. Dingman down scored off the lead lap. Dalton Hayes, 47 Dr. Pepper machine, also getting repaired. He's been in pit road for a minute and a half, so he must have extensive repairs to work on that 47. Currently off the lead lap for Dalton Hayes and Mark Dingman. Field starts to roll by. We got the 1 to go. So that'll put Dalton Hayes another lap down in the 47. Some of the guys coming in to top off with fuel towards the back of the field. It's like quite a lot of the field actually coming down to top off. It's a lonely feeling towards the front of this field. So many of the cars came to top off there. It's like 12th one back. That's a lot of cars. 12th one back came to take fuel here. Wes Parker, Blake Giglio, going to be your front row. Where have we seen this before? Joe Madigan in the 78 of Dylan Drilling. Clint Roberts, Mike Edwards, row 3. Cody Cleaver, Jake Lawrence, row 4. And
Come on,
Marcus
catch the
Miller,
damn field,
Ryan
please.
Thomas. Angry drivers. Where have we heard that?
Don't you yell at me.
Probably not even talking to Daniel. Wes gets us restarted. Green flag in the air. 27 to go till we get the points pay window. You see the 2 of Montrose just rolling off pit road there. Montrose now shown 2 laps down. So for cars like the 87 of Roberts, this was probably a good deal for him to be out of that lead pack when he had that accident go down. Those guys not close enough to get caught up in it. Now here he is up into the top 5, currently running 4th in that Terry Labonte scheme 87 machine. Does have a little right rear damage on that 87. Maybe those pushes with the 68 and the... I can't remember the other crowd was back there. Seems they got pretty excessive though with that damage. Dalton Hayes, 47 car, all the way up by the wall, letting the field come by. I'll put Dalton Hayes 2 laps down. Once again, the field 3 wide shuffling Giglio out. What did Blake do to him? Second time we've been 3 wide, and it's the second time they've been dumping Blake Giglio. Blake finding it tough to stay up there with no friends. 78. Dylan Drilling on the high line. It's 83 Tyler Lanin. 68 Jake Lawrence. Giglio hanging tough in that 16 using the side draft. He's going to force him to tuck back in line behind him. Going to force him to be his friends. That middle and outside lines falling back a bit due to the side drafting that they were employing. Top 3, Parker, Madigan, and Roberts.
Bye.
Giglio's starting to run him back down.
Hey, Cody, do I have any bumper damage? I think it's bumper.
Tyler, they're saying you have rear damage.
Giglio once he forced those boys to get back behind him, starting to make some progress. See the 68, Tyler Lanin has quite a bit of front end damage there. Probably needs to keep that car hidden out of the air. Looks like he has a little bit of back damage too. Given enough of a push from that Ford Mustang that they're giving it a good go at the top line.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was drifting up.
A couple of beverage cars working together. You got Bill Rivard in the 10 and Dalton Hayes 47. Not the same lap, but they are working together right here on the high line. Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. I wouldn't recommend mixing those two, nor would I put them in Valvoline. Definitely don't dunk your Nilla wafers on them. Giglio has made his way to the front. Drops down in front of Wes Parker. Now the 78 Dylan Drilling out front. Tyler Lanin trying to push him along. Lanin with quite a lot of damage to the nose of that Mustang. Be interesting to see if he can suck back up to that 78 and push him without getting too much air on the nose and slowing them all down. Drilling was able to get Giglio out front. See here, this 83, when it peaks that nose out, it's going to start slowing down. Wall of air hits that damage. They got Jake Lawrence, Bill Rivard right behind. Start to catch, I believe that's Mark Dingman, 82. 25 months, crazy. You're right, Dan. What's up? We're doing a little Daytona racing, Fort Worth screen printing, Xfinity Series style. Someone said they blew up, I believe. With the 83 blowing up.
I'm on the outside.
Tyler Lanin breaks the motor.
I'll check it up, Hayden. Sorry about that.
I don't care about the checking up. I care about the weaving left and right.
Well, looks like the field survives that one. The Tyler Lanin machine blowing up. Jeremy Clapper Newell now pops out of line. We were single file for a moment. He's got the 4 of Cody Cleaver to his inside. No help for that 21. So the rest of the field runs the bottom. Now Dylan Drelling pops out there with him. Drelling going to try to push Clapper Newell towards the front. It's gotten by Clint Roberts. Now he's making his way up to Madigan.
This 21's going to the front, baby.
Alongside Wes Parker. Dylan Drelling. He don't need no help. He'll push that 21 all the way to the front. You get off of him for the corner. Those two cars really made a push. He powered out of what, 6th spot? All the way up to that front. Drelling, he's the one that pushed Blake Giglio out to the lead. Maybe he can push Clapper out there as well.
Let me know when you're clear.
Good job.
He left Madigan. Clapper and Drelling go 1-2
Let's
to
go.
the inside.
Thank you, Dylan.
Now Giglio pops out to try and get Madigan to help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Parker going to go with Giglio. Madigan bails out of the top. Now it's just those two cars, Parker and Giglio to the top. Clapper, Drelling, Madigan to the bottom.
You gotta go down more below.
Clint Roberts decides to go up there with him.
I was listening to what's his name. I was riding between.
Clapper thinks about going up to block it. Fortunately, he did not. That would have been a wreck.
Let me know when you're clear.
Nope. Are they checking up the field?
Says let him know when he's clear. They are not getting clear.
Man, I'm just having fun.
I am cool. You don't have to clear.
Giglio, Parker, Roberts, and Madigan in the top line. Clapper Newell and Drelling down low. Cody Cleaver trying to catch up. This is Dalton Hayes.
Come on down there, 22 if you want.
And they do want
Hey,
Roberts.
Clint, we're not clear, buddy.
That is true.
21 gets a little out of shape coming out of turn number 4. Dancing all over the line. Now we're back to 4 rows of 2x2 at the front. It's that little checkup and sorting out as the Lanin machine blew up. Did not last all that long. Getting back to the big pack. Roberts gets out front in the 87. Joe Madigan in 76 pushing him along. Field catching a couple lappers. One of those, Travis Martin.
Go down.
See the field catching up to him. Got Ian Montrose trying to push Martin. Montrose 3 laps down. Martin last car in lead lap. Field's about to eat them alive. Martin's going to go high, get up out of the way it looks. Montrose going to duck down to the inside of him. Here comes that field. Race leader Clint Roberts in the 87. 76 Madigan, 16 Giglio, 22 Parker. Looks like the field decided to get single file to deal with the lap traffic. That puts the Ghost Man back into the lap down position. He's now the lucky dog should a yellow fly and he not get contact. Giglio jumping out of the line briefly in the 16. Nobody went with him. He drops back down. Third of the way through the race. We shall see who needs to come down for fuel and when. Cars last in pit road around lap 16, 17, 18. That under yellow. Field's starting to get fairly single file. Jimmy Kubanek, first example of someone on the high line. Has the 40 of Ryan Thomas there with him. I think that's Alex Coffey. Alex Coffey, Ryan Thomas, Jimmy Kubanek. Those 3 Toyotas on the high line. Trying to get something going. So the 3 of Bill Miller. Usually wanted to go with him. At the moment, staying in line. Field works lap 33 of 90. Got Terry Labonte's Iron Man paint scheme. Terry Labonte set the all-time NASCAR consecutive starts mark with, I believe, beat Ricky Red to get that. Leading to the number 5 car in real life having this paint scheme. Kellogg's was the sponsor for it. Cornflakes was on the hood. Now we got St. Louis Cardinals. Pretty nice throwback there from Roberts. Joe Madigan 2nd, Giglio 3rd, Parker 4th, Clapper 5th, Dylan Drelling 6th, Jake Lawrence in the 7th spot. You see that lap machine of Dalton Hayes in between. Hayes currently is 2 laps down. Cody Cleaver in the 4 is 8th. Ryan Thomas in the 9th. Alex Coffey 10th. Scott Elston 11th. Brandon Bikey 12th. Marcus Miller 13th. Jimmy Kubanek 14th. Mark Kincaid 15th. Jay Munch 16th. Justin Wilkinson 17th. Mike Edwards 18th. Dominic Lee 19th. Hayden Roll in 20th. These guys side by side making a little move. Brandon Vasquez, Ethan Evers, J.R. Deal, Bill Rivard, William Asherbranner, Daniel Lawallen. We got Travis Martin. He's a lap down, as we have mentioned. Dalton Hayes, 2 laps down. Tyler Lehman, 2 laps down. Mark Dingman, 3 laps down. Ian Montrose, 4 laps down. And off the track, Jeremy Scherer and Nathan Lafayette. Well, actually, they're there. They're on track really far away from everybody. Just updated. So those 2 are on the lead lap, but only just. I believe they are 28 seconds behind the leader, so about 12 seconds ahead of the leader. I guess it'd be 22. It's like a 50-second lap now. About 22 seconds. '83. Getting past once again. Of course, he had that engine blow up, taking a fast repair, no longer damage on the front, but multiple laps down. It's 2 laps down now for the '83 car. Field's looking very single file, except for Ethan Evers and Hayden Lowell popping out towards the back. Seems the drivers might be starting to think.
When you're ready, if you want, we can pass the leaders if you want.
He's starting to think about pit stops. Why the field's getting so single file. I say that, Mike Edwards pops out.
I'm fine. Just stay where you're at.
Approaching halfway. Top 10 awarded halfway points. 10 for the win. Down to 1 point for 10th. Yeah, Roberts, Madigan, Clapper Newell was looking kind of racy, peeking out every now and then. Dalton Hayes, of course, off the lead lap, as is the 83 to his outside. It's kind of a buffer for top 3 cars. Then you got Cleaver in the 4. He is 4th. Mike Edwards, 14, is 5th. Dominic Lee, black and white, old gold car.
I'll come with you.
I believe that was shared. 15 car. They were trying to stay on a lead lap. See if we can track them down. There they are.
87 pitting.
15 and 00. 2 pit road. No. Most recent one was our race leader, Clint Roberts. See how many come with him. Daniel Llewellyn a bit out of shape in the background. Llewellyn did not make it. I didn't think he would. Let's see what happens with the 23 as he tries to come down pit road.
5-car pitting.
He loses it under braking. Gets him out into the grass.
Aiden, I'm coming with you.
Does he come into pit road anyway? Yes, he does. Pitting. And Will Asherbranner in a 31 had an issue too.
Is there a stage caution?
What happens to Will Asherbranner?
Negative.
Just loses it on the brakes here, looks like. Also might have sped.
Okay.
Came in pretty hot there. Asherbranner just stays there. Clapper Newell takes over the race lead. 5 laps till they give away the points. He's got 2 cars that are a lap down behind him. 2 laps down. Coffee, Miller, Bikey, Cubanic, all up there in the top group. Got some cars coming off pit road now. Looks like that was 76 of Madigan. Hayden Lowell might have just got a penalty. Back tire was up on that yellow line. Trying to get all he can off of pit road. We'll see if he got away with that one. And this 21 finally comes down pit road.
Hey, Dalton and Tyler behind me. I'm pitting this time.
And that would be the answer. 21 coming down the back
Pitting in
stretch.
this lap.
Don't know
Pitting
who
in
that
40.
was.
3 pitting this time.
It's Miller, Thomas. Clapper stays out. Clapper said he was going to pit and did not. Interesting.
Hey, Tyler, I'm pitting this time. I missed pit road.
Other one that did not is Brandon Bikey. Two cars not coming to pit road just yet. And you got a group on pit road, Marcus Miller. One of those. See, 7th place, Justin Wilkinson leading this group.
All right, leaders, when you get to me, I'm going to say hi. high, and then I'm going to cut low right before you get to me.
See if we can get back up there and see what's going on. Bikey stays out again. Clapper comes to pit road. Bikey will take over the race lead. Leads lap 43. 2 laps left till we hit our stage. Then we have Wilkinson, Giglio, Parker, drilling. Can Pikey go all the way to the stage? That would be interesting.
What the heck?
Pikey was last in on 17. About the same time as everyone else.
I don't know. I ain't never had that many cars on this track.
Pikey gonna lead.
I'm following you. Be smart with your moves.
Stage 44.
We can get up there.
Stays out.
I just need you to hold your line.
Does Bikey run out? Race leader down on the apron. Might have run it dry. May have been going for those 10 points, but it's not looking good for him. At the 4 of Cleaver. 4 of Cody Cleaver's gonna catch up to him, try to give him a push. But the field is coming in a hurry. There they are. Not going to work out for the 27, but he should stay on the lead lap. With that help from Cleaver. So there goes the field.
Why are you that slow right there?
I believe Bikey was trying to intentionally bring out a caution. As he drove onto the
I
racetrack.
think he's out of fuel.
You can still keep it on the apron, though.
Yeah, I think
lost
he
the
was
draft. That was cool.
intentionally trying to bring that out. There is no caution for halfway.
That's just stupid.
I got bumped out there, my bad. Sorry, guys.
He says he was bumped out there. Wilkinson, your race leader. Blake Giglio second. Wes Parker, Mike Edwards.
Oh, wait a minute. There's no caution, is there?
Dilling Drilling. Dominic Lee.
Leaders are coming off the high, Jeremy.
Hayden Lowell, the 7-car pack for the race lead. Heard Clint Roberts discuss his irritation with
Is it
losing
gonna be a
this
caution?
draft.
No. Unless iRacing throws it or there's 3 more cars involved.
Double zero into 15. About to go down a lap. Have to give them some credit. They stayed on that lead lap a long time, just those 2 cars. And there, Scherer and Lafayette go back down a lap, along with Clint Roberts. See the 19 way down the apron. I guess he wants not to be pushed out front here anymore. It's going to fall back there with Roberts, Scherer, and Lafayette. Guess the 19 maybe in fuel save mode or race car save mode, one of the two.
95 pit.
96 pitting also.
Interesting time for these pit stops. Coffee loses the back end coming into pit road. See if he drives it around or takes the penalty. I think he's going to drive it around. Just dancing in the grass at the moment. Okay, he's going to drive it around and avoid the penalty as long as he doesn't go inside that cone. There we go. Coffee going to go around and try again for his pit. Hopefully he has enough fuel to make it back around. A lot going on in this race. We did pass halfway. Let's see if our scoring box will let us know how that stage went. Nope. I was hoping it would retroactively help us does not want to do that, so that's fine. And trust me when I say eventually that'll go away. Eventually. Wes Parker, your race leader. Blake Giglio, second. Mike Edwards, Dylan Drelling, Dominic Lee, Hayden Lowell, Justin Wilkinson. 41 to go in this one.
Clint, I'm trying to get down. I don't like being behind Dominic.
Clint gives no damns. Clint's in that spot right now. Clint trying to save the first car one lap down, so he does have a reason to race. Good works by Ryan Thomas. So that puts Roberts back in the lucky dog spot as Thomas had just been lapped. Pack starts building up again as cars get lapped. Still only 7 cars in our lead pack that are on the lead lap. You see the addition of Clint Roberts, Nathan Lafayette, Jeremy Scherer, Ryan Thomas all in this pack. Jump back to find Ethan Evers. For some reason this pack is not single file trying to catch the leaders. They're all running side by side and doing slow things. Ethan Evers, Joe Madigan, Brandon Vasquez, J.R. Deal, Bill Rivard, Jay Munch, Jake Lawrence, Scott Elston, and Mark Kincaid all in this group. These are the last cars on the lead lap. This pack is currently 5 to 6 seconds behind our leaders. By doing this side by side, they aren't catching. They're catching a little bit. Very little bit. They could be catching more because the lead pack side by side. If they single filed, they would catch up, but apparently they don't want to do that.
Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to check up that much.
Always baffles me. Super speedway
Hey
racing.
Daniel, I'm gonna pit here.
Alright then.
Let's try to find Daniel Llewellyn. Whoever he's drafting with this pitting. Looks like Tyler Lane in 83 going to bring it to pit road. Currently 1 lap down. He'll be jumping back as he makes his pit stop. See Bikey and Montrose there. Bikey now a lap down. Montrose 3 laps down, as is Cleaver. What happened to Cleaver? Find him 3 laps down. Tough break. Lead pack. Looks like they've picked up the 19 of Justin Wilkinson. Falling back to the back of it, so he doesn't have to be up in it.
Two pitting this time around.
We'll bring the 2 of Montrose to pit road. Montrose currently running in 31st. We watch our lead pack go around. Blake Giglio leads, Dylan Drelling, Wes Parker, Hayden Lowell, Mike Edwards. True top 5. Also in this lead pack is Dominic Lee and Justin Wilkinson. Looks like they're trying to push Clint Roberts to get his lap back. Roberts had some pit road issues. Wes Parker gets up behind him. Wes going to try to push Roberts up to the front.
I'm overheating and I have to drop out.
I believe that's a 00 Lafayette falling back, overheating.
I'm gonna drop out on the back stretch.
We'll have to see who that is. That may be the 78. They sound a little similar on the radio.
Yeah, Alex, I'm gonna push you here. Just let me know when not to.
So he's going to drop out on the backstretch. So I think the 78, you might see him duck out. There he goes. So yeah, that was Dylan Drelling. 78 headed to the back of this lead pack so we can get some air, cool the nose, cool the motor down for the 78 car. Has Justin Wilkinson back there in 7th, can push him along if needed. Hayden Lowell currently in the 4th spot. Mike Edwards in the 14. He's going for the race lead with the push from Hayden Lowell.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards gets out in front of Wes Parker. That would be for the race lead as the 87 is off the lead lap. Well, I guess tail end of the lead lap now. Clint Roberts, the last car in the lead lap, 18th spot. So Mike Edwards gets by him. Now Mike Edwards has put Clint Roberts back a lap down. Push from Hayden in the 5. Edwards thinking about drifting down in front of the 87 of Roberts, but I think he wanted to take Hayden with him. See Pikey and Llewellyn up ahead. 27-23. Pikey currently 24th, Llewellyn 25th. Last 2 cars 1 lap down. It's going to get tight. Parker comes up, forcing Edwards up. Makes things close between Edwards and Llewellyn. Lead pack able to get by. You see the second pack back there in the back straightaway. They're in the same picture now. Still not making much ground up. They were 4.8 seconds back. Now they're 5.1. 5.9, excuse me. So not heading in the right direction for this group, even though they've single filed now. The 3 just ducks off. Saw Miller peel off. And Miller had to go to pit road. There he is. His cameras are great. Let's show the back of pit road. Awesome. Well, believe me, he's there. Mike Edwards, Hayden Lowell have gotten out in front of Clint Roberts. So Clint has to try and get back out in front of them again, or can maintain there and hope for the lucky dog. Even with the leaders running side by side, they are losing ground in that second pack. Don't see any damage on the 8. It's weird that they're losing ground running single file. It's now 6.4 seconds. Whoa, Hayden Lowell right across the nose of Dominic Lee. Lee tried to then go down to the bottom lane, but nothing doing there as Clint Roberts is there, so we're 3 wide. Get back down to 2 wide, thankfully. 2/3 of the way through. Clicking off lap 60 as we come around. Dominic Lee pokes his nose out in front of Mike Edwards. Only counts if you lead it at the line, though. Giglio ducks off, as does Wes Parker. Here we go with pit stops. Parker, Giglio, the 19 of Wilkinson, 23 Daniel Llewellyn, all hitting pit road here. Like drilling 78 decided to come down with him. There's drilling. So that splits up the top groupings. As the top 2 stay out. Everyone else hits pit road. Llewellyn misses his box. Quite a few others come down. From that second pack, you got JR Deal, Vasquez, J Munch. Should be fuel, no tires. Gonna pick up the 19 coming off pit road, and there he is. It's like he is the first one out from our pitting group. Yeah, Madigan, Evers, they're running together. This lead pack, the lap cars may help them. And the yellow flag comes out.
I don't know what was going on there, but
Yeah, I just think we just got stacked up. I was trying to keep it out of everybody else.
I'm not exactly sure what happened. I gave you a tap, and then we all went swerving.
That was good pushing there, Ethan. Or good teamwork.
Wilkinson runs up against the wall.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you staying with me.
They were able to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah.
It's like 15 cars stayed on the lead lap here. That'll give very good track position to those cars that were able to stay on that lead lap. It's 95 Alex Coffey went around bringing out the yellow. Heard him say on the radio, it looked like a stack up in front of him caused that to come down. He is behind Hayden Lowell.
where's pace car?
Turn 3.
Blake, how bad's my damage?
Dominic Lee, Mike Edwards, second and third. Ethan Evers in fourth.
Well, I need to keep it on the floor. Pace car is at the entrance of pit road.
Comes our lead lap cars. For some reason the pit entrance sign blinking red like pit road is closed. Lowe hits his box. Lee in his. Ball rolling again. Dominic Lee, 11-second stop. Edwards 11. Hayden Lowell 14. So some drivers taking 4 tires here, some taking just 2. I believe Lee and Edwards took 2 tires. Hayden Lowell 4, Evers 4, Madigan 4. Miss Parker only showing 4 seconds, so he'd be a fuel stop. Scott Elston 20 seconds. Clapper 9, so that's probably fuel. Giglio 14, that's 4 tires. Drilling took tires. J Munch maybe even a little damage repair if he had something minor. 24 seconds on his stop. JR Deal 29. Pillarvard 10, that could be a 2-tire stop or maybe just damage. See the front end on that 10 car smushed in. Wilkinson hit the wall a little bit with his outside. He had a 43-second stop for repairs. Still in the lead lap. Jake Lawrence, heavy damage to the center rear end of that 68 car, but if there's anywhere you can get away with damage on a restrictor plate track, it's hidden on that back end, so see if Jake's able to keep up with the field with that significant damage there. Travis Martin, looks like he is tail into the lead lap, ahead of our race leaders behind the pace car. Also in that group, Bikey is going to take a wave around. Vasquez, Dingman taking a wave around. Llewellyn, Martin, Asherbranner. All these guys will take the wave around as we hit 1 to go. More. Wow.
Probably Sheriff, for some reason he picked me not to get away with it. Oh, guess y'all too.
What is going on here? Race leader
Yes,
is
I'll let you buy.
D78. So some lap cars that were in front of race leader
No, you
did
guys
not
need to go.
get a wave around.
I don't know why you guys are letting off.
Here are the cars that are taking a wave around, stressing out about trying to catch back up to the field.
What are you guys doing?
I'm just following the 16.
I'll get
Hey guys, let's catch up to the field, please.
There is said field. Lights out on our pace car. We're getting set for a restart.
Dude, I'm going as fast as I can.
26 to go.
I think it's time about to go ahead of us.
Ford Mustang
well,
GT
Travis.
dives in. Scott Elston gets us restarted in the 85. What's going on? Elston leads us to the green flag. Elston, Jake Lawrence, JR Deal, the inside line. Drilling has Coffee out there on the outside, but Coffee dives off. Coffee not on the lead lap. Drilling currently in 4th by himself. You see Roberts did not get that lucky dog from that caution. So Roberts still the first car 1 lap down. Has the 96 of Kubanic also 1 lap down. Coffee 2 laps down. Now Lawrence and Deal go to the high side to try and get around Scott Elston for the race lead. Elston has Clint Roberts behind him. Lap machine to try and help keep him out front. Lawrence leads that lap. We'll see if he's able to clear JR Deal and move down. Meaning get JR Deal out in front of Elston as well. Doesn't look like they were able to do that. So they will keep those green and orange cars up to the top lane. Elston with the help of lap car Roberts leading that inside line. Lawrence and Deal got a great run down the backstretch off of 2. 3 wide as Parker goes up the middle between Lafayette and Kubanic.
I'm just staying. I'm riding here. If you want to pass me. I'm not moving anywhere.
I think Elston's going to be content to let those guys drop down in front of him. JR makes the move down there, leading that inside line. Drilling with the push of Wes Parker going to the front. Those 2 cars have been quick all
You
night.
like that, Michael? You like that?
Oh, wreck!
What the hell was that?
Ooh, shit.
Travis Martin involved. I think the 40 of Ryan Thomas was involved at the start of that. We'll go back and check it out.
Come on, Hayden.
95 went up to get to the outside line. Kubanic tried to follow him and just was not clear. Came right up into the 40. Then chaos ensues behind. Vasquez, Hayden, Lowell involved. Travis Martin, I believe, went to the inside wall.
They were ranking big enough for it to be a yellow, so I didn't like hit the brakes, and then I realized they were, and I was in the middle. That's on me.
That should be Clint's.
Going as fast as I can, Jimmy.
Should be Clint's lucky dog.
There's cars on the backstretch.
Although he's currently behind Lafayette. I don't know how that happened. I thought Clint was ahead of him. Switch scoring Scherer and Lafayette ahead of Clint, 1 lap down.
There are some people that should just not be allowed to play race. The list goes Hayden Long and that's it.
Hayden saying he should not be allowed to play race.
Some would argue you shouldn't race at all.
I'm put to the floor, Jimmy, I promise.
We're back under yellow with 22 to go. Keep an eye on the 15s. I think at the start finish he'll get the wave around. Get back on the lead lap for Jeremy Sheridan. Several cars coming to pit road, probably getting fuel once more.
We made it.
I believe Mike Edwards, Dominic Lee stay out here. JRDO missed his box, had to back up.
Michael.
Mike Edwards stays out, as does Dominic Lee and Jeremy Clapper. Will Asherbrenner. Those guys hurting the hopes and dreams of those cars looking for a wave around, but
I've never been up here before.
anybody in front of Edwards should be able to get one. Looks like Roberts, Lafayette. Who else is in that group? 95. He is Alex Coffey. Would make him one lap down.
What's up, William?
My feelings are hurt. I'd just like to point that out, Mike. I can't believe you did this to me.
That is the Tyler Lanin machine. Upset. Mike Edwards stays out so he doesn't get to take the wave around.
Yeah, I just realized what I did. I'm sorry. I'm so focused on saving fuel right now, I wasn't even paying a bit of mine.
I hope you run out.
You know the best way to save fuel? Get more.
Good point.
You can go get more right now, Michael. It's helpful.
It's like Dingman and Lanin coming down pit road. Here goes the wave arounds. Mike Edwards will come right back up to the back of the pace car. And beside the pace car, because Mike Edwards. Hayden with his beat up car trying to keep up.
What's up, Mike?
Let's take a look at our points because this is our final cutoff race for the points.
Can I get a yo
We start playoffs next week. Wes Parker, Joe Madigan, Hayden Law don't have to worry about this race.
For what?
Battles down there with J.R. Deal, Nathan Lafayette, Justin Wilkinson, Brandon Bikey, Mike Edwards, all those guys very close to the cutoff line. So they have to have a good finish tonight to try and make the playoffs. We'll do points immediately after the race so we know what's going on, who's going where. I'll even stay streaming. We won't put it on the YouTube video, but we'll stay streaming so you can come in and see where everybody ends up. Field is working their way into turn number 3 while those wave around cars try to catch back up. Clint Roberts finally back on the lead lap. Clint's got to be happy. Looks like he has a healthy race car and he's on the lead lap, 21st. You got 20 laps, past car a lap, Clint. $70 down, 20 to go. Edwards, Lee, Clapper, Newell,
Nathan, check out.
Asherbrenner. Edwards, time to start, gets Lee to drop in behind. Back underway from Daytona. Clapper, Newell trying to tuck in as Lee and Edwards push out front. Asherbrenner drifting back. Parker gets by. Drelling gets by. Asherbrenner going to dive down on the 31. Drelling pops out. Parker goes with him.
A little bit.
Oh, very good.
Those two cars on the outside have been very formidable. Parker and Drelling. Drelling trying to push him back out to the race lead.
Someone's right up my ass, so I couldn't lift him up.
It's not a good place for someone to be. Side by side for the race lead between Parker and Edwards. Parker leads that lap. Parker goes down in front of Edwards without drilling.
You're welcome.
Didn't think we'd see that move. Parker would take Dylan Drelling with him.
So I am confused.
Yeah, the front.
I'm confused too. Parker dropped it down without Dylan Drelling there.
They're taking it 3 wide right now.
They're 3 wide back there in about 15th. Vasquez right in the middle of it. This is Tyler Lanen. In 16th place, Vasquez 3 wide with Tyler Lanen and Brandon Bikey. Bikey not on the lead lap, nor is Lanen. Parker leading the inside line, Dylan Drelling leading the outside. Edwards, Lee, Clapper, Newell, Asherbrenner on the inside.
I mean, Ryan, you can push me if you want, but I'm stuck at like 165 by myself.
Lawrence Steele.
car's probably just as trash as yours.
Welcome back, Blake Giglio. And Bill Rivard. Top 5 cars on the high line. Across the stripe to get 16 to go.
Nice.
How we doing, Zach? Wonder if that 68 with the damage might actually be slowing it down a little bit, because we know that 78 car is very fast. He's been pushing all kinds of people out to their lead.
Come on, I need to push.
Yeah, this Drelling saying he needs a push.
Oh, Bogart, I think we can get up there. Just gotta give it a minute.
Giglio looks like he's thinking about leaving the top line. Asherbrenner gets a lot out of shape in a 31. He may have got a push
all
from
over the place recently.
Madigan. May have gotten him a little sideways. There's 95. Coffee through the middle. Pushes Vasquez up out of the way. Coffee not on the lead lap, shoving lead lap Vasquez out of the way. Confusion tactics. Parker moves up in front of the 78 of Dylan Drelling. Blake Giglio trying to move through the middle and chops off the nose of Mike Edwards. That was very close. See, Lanen's worked his way back up there. Now Giglio gets in front of the 78. Good place to be. Very good pusher. Gets clear, moves down to the bottom. Drelling stays leading that outside line. Getting down to it. 14 to go. Good, working their way down the backstretch. See those cars dancing side to side as they get pushes and try to stay in line. Lanen now has Drelling clear, but Drelling stays high. Oh, Coffee comes right down into Dominic Lee. Lap car is being a nuisance. Tyler Lanen in the 83, a lap car. Alex Coffee, lap car. All up in this lead pack. Wes Parker jumps up to the high lane, the 22. Trying to take the run from the 78 and get by Giglio. Edwards, Lee, Clapper, Newell, and Rivard lining up on the inside behind Giglio. Now we got a 3 wide situation with Lawrence, Coffee, and Clapper. Coffee's found the car he's looking for as the 2 cars 1 lap down. Now nose to tail. Probably hoping for a yellow to break out behind them. But might end up being the yellow. Yes, they are now 3 wide up in the lead pack.
in this pack when you're a lap down. Just all asking.
Wes Parker gets out front in the 22. Gets ahead of Blake Giglio with the help from Dylan Drelling.
I mean, he's trying to
Temporary. The other ones.
Field's swerving. There goes the crash involving the lap cars. The yellow flag flies. Rivard involved in the 10. He was down on the inside
That
line.
was fun working with y'all.
Jimmy, how's my rear end look?
Let's see how this one goes down.
Doesn't look bad.
Gonna look on board.
Does it have damage?
Far chase on the 95. See how we get out of shape here.
Doesn't look like it.
There it is.
I'll be
The
seeing y'all
95
soon with
Coffee
a higher
comes
number
down
beside my
into Dominic
other number.
Lee. Then Coffee up and into the outside wall, collecting the 68 of Lawrence. 27 of Bikey. Clapper Newell goes around. Then up into the air as J.R. Deal gets in there. Daniel Llewellyn. So that causes the big one as the lap machine comes down into the lead lap cars on the
I have a
inside
great
line.
view of that. That's crazy.
Sets everything off. Unfortunate when a lap car does that. Let's go and watch Daniel Llewellyn's view since he said it was crazy. Let's go on board the hood cam. Right along with Daniel Llewellyn, the Labor 12 Chevrolet. Oh my gosh! That was pretty crazy, Daniel. Not often you go under your car.
Sorry, whatever. I rushed out of four. It was really swirly on federal line.
All depends how you were touching.
Puts us under yellow with 10 to go. Parker, Giglio, Drilling, Edwards, Lee, Madigan, Rivard, Vasquez, Deal, J Munch, your top 10. Let's see who comes to pit road for fast repairs. Will Rivard, first one and 7th, peels off the track.
Lucky dog coming low.
Bill takes his fast repair with 9 to go.
Look at you go, little guy.
J Munch slid through his box there. Rivard looks like he's taking tires too. Did that give the lucky dog to Lanin? I believe it may have. Yeah, Lanin getting back on a lead lap after blowing a motor. That's impressive. Hang with it. Keep fighting, keep fighting. Back on the lead lap finally. 9 to go. See what he can do with it. Let's check in on Clint Roberts. He had a similar story. Car looks clean for Clint. Just that right rear corner that's been beat up forever. So he must have done alright through that wreck. What's up, Cody? Wes Parker, Giglio, Drilling, Edwards, Lee. You got Madigan, Wilkinson, Evers,
What's up, Clint?
Jeremy Scher, and J Munch.
Nothing.
J Munch won Daytona
hanging
last
out.
season. You can never count him out.
Yeah, same here. Great spotting tonight for me.
Bill Rivard 11th. Clapper
Am I doing a
12th.
good job?
Clint 13th. Clint does
Nothing
a
in the
spotter
top
pack.
10 all night.
He says that, but he's in 12th right now. Vasquez currently 14th. Saw him getting put 3 wide by the lap machines. You have a little rear damage in that 6/18. Will Ashburner is 15th. Jake Lawrence 16th. Nathan Lafayette 17th. Scott Elson 18th. Lena now scored 21st. Travis Martin 22nd. Ryan Thomas 23rd. And 23 cars now in the lead lap. Jimmy Kubanik, Daniel Llewellyn 1 lap down. Brandon Bikey, Mark Dingman 2 laps down. Dalton Hayes 3. Leave Cody Cleaver 4 laps
Wait
down.
for the 9 car. Come on down. Take this position.
Alex Coffey, I believe, has left the building, as have Ian Montrose, Marcus Miller, and Mark Kincaid. So 29 still running. The rest of the machines have bailed out of this one. It won't let us go back to our lead. There we go. It's being very abstinent. It's like Bikey's taking a fast repair. Let's see who may or may not have fast repairs left. Field works our way down the backstretch. Top 8 all still have one. Shares used one. Munch, Brevard, Clapper. Clint still has his. Vasquez has burned one. Lawrence, Asherbranner, J.R. Deal, Lafayette, Elston, and Lowell have all burned theirs.
You can EOL me so I don't give people penalties.
See if we can get this to click over before we get going green. There we go. Llewellyn, the only one
For the 63.
in that group that still has one.
Ryan, you're my king.
Pace car is in. We got 8 laps to decide who is going to win Daytona. Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series.
I don't know what the hell he's doing there.
Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Wes Parker in control of the inside line. Blake Giglio leads the outside charge.
Extremely.
Boulevard switching from the bottom to the top.
Am I clear?
Never asked what else I there. Giglio gets out front to help Mike Edwards.
I wasn't confident enough to say.
You're good.
Parker takes a short way around to get a little bit of an advantage, but then Edwards shoves Giglio up into the tri-oval. Giglio leads that lap. Have we seen our last yellow, or will we get more chaos? Those pushes are going to come faster and faster as we get down to the end. Mike Edwards, 14 overheating. Going to have to duck out. Try to get some air on the nose of the 14.
When it's red, when it's blinking red, you're fine.
Drilling peak to the top. Decides better of it. Dominic Lee says, I'll take it. Really surprised Drilling didn't. Now Giglio going to try to push Lee back to the front. Vasquez out of shape in the valvoline machine.
Push me harder than that. I need a little bit of help to stay up here.
Doing great.
There's an opening. I'm going out.
Drilling jumps out in front of Lee. Giglio all the way to the wall. As Asherbranner gets turned. J.R. Deal involved. As Dalton Hayes. Definitely 3 cars involved in that one.
Yeah, that was like 3 or 4 cars with contact.
Oh my god!
Louis Asherbranner, J.R. Deal.
That's the rule, 3-car caution.
That escalated quickly.
It did. Let me take a look, see what happens. Not sure if our yellow's going to come out or not.
Involved? Or is there 3 cars off track?
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, you can't throw it now. Come on.
Yeah, but you a little late for
Let's see what happens. The yellow flag is out. It's like Lanen in the 83. Let's jump on board with him.
I'm not up there. We don't have a race control. I need a little more vocalization. Apologies.
Makes
Sorry,
good points.
Pace car's going to the 2.
JR just door banging with the 83. See what happens. It's like Lanen's made up his mind to go inside or outside of the 31. Door bangs with the 9. They come together. Collects Dalton Hayes in the 47. Then they disappear for a bit.
Hey, Michael, how's the motor now, bud?
You see Asherbranner collecting the inside wall.
Good.
to see the aftermath afterwards.
Hey Travis, looking at it again, you made the right call.
Or it's gonna play just for fun. See what it would do. Wes Parker, Justin Wilkinson, Dylan Drilling, top 3. Jeremy Scherer up to 4th. Remember, he was
How many laps, dude?
fighting to stay on a lead
Not
lap
bad,
forever.
one.
Dominic Lee in 5th. Blake Iglio now 6th. Roberts 7th. Mike Edwards
How many
8th.
laps left?
Ethan Evers 9th. Joe Madigan 10th.
No, I was trying to talk in my team, my Discord. Click the wrong
Nolan
button.
11th. J Munch 12th. Bill Rivard 13th. Vasquez 14th. Lawrence 15th. Elson 16th. Hayden Lowell 17th. Nathan Lafayette 18th.
Anybody else see that?
Thomas on pit road 19th.
Coming around the top.
Lane in on pit road in 20th. Travis Martin
Yeah, I saw that too.
21st.
I saw it.
Jimmy Kubanic heading back to on the lead lap. 96 car. 22 now on the lead lap. Watch Kubanic getting back on the lead lap. Afraid to talk to anybody, they'll all yell at me. Broadcaster curse. You know what? Not talking to any of you till after the race. How about that? 2 to go.
My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Hayes, you had some rough luck in this one, man. For sure.
Um,
Wow, we're still not going green. J-Ho!
Oh, that sucks. Big one.
Why is it skipping the doing a second?
Is the time running out?
Good win.
due to impending darkness, iRacing has decided to end the race prematurely.
Except we have lights, so it has to be rain.
Well, damn, guys. Sorry about that last caution. That really sucks. I thought I budgeted enough time. Really sucks to end the race that way. Wish you could have raced it out. So, yeah, kind of a clusterfuck there at the end, and that's on me. So take that, put that in the book, and learn from it. Yeah.
All right. Due to rain, this race is going to be ending at the end of this lap. Wes Parker will be declared your race winner. Race is official as it gone past halfway. Wes Parker, going to be your race winner.
Close to that caution, guys. I got forced on 15 times on that last stop because people don't want to get spaced.
Actually, you kind of went up into him. But, you know, your story.
Next
You
week
tell
is
it the way you
ours,
like
and
it.
We can only do better, right? Right?
Wes Parker faking pulling off early.
I've been informed on the broadcast that I went up into him. The black line shows a different tail.
I want to argue with the broadcast now. That's fun.
This race, right on the bumper of Ethan.
Hell yeah.
I was going to stick with you at the end if we had the chance.
Wes Parker gets the victory
I
in the
got a
22.
0x in SRL. It's a miracle.
Clint Roberts in 7th, celebrating his 0x.
We got beef.
Correct, Brandon. 100% correct, Brandon.
There's no beef there. There's just teammate love.
Wes Parker going to do donuts in the backstretch. Why not? Mike Edwards with the ellipses that sum it up pretty well.
Good race, Michael.
Good race, dude.
Parker rolls on. Top 3, Drelling, Wilkinson, Parker. Waiting room, por favor. Don't know if Drelling. There he is. Wes doing his burnout celebration in the 22. Burn it down, Wes. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the 78 of Dylan. See if we can find him out on track. There he is. Rewind it. Get some roll footage. We'll get this one wrapped up with our interviews for the top 3. It's more fun to have the actual right car on the screen while you're interviewing, though. Alright, let's roll with this. Do it in 5, why not? Boom. Bring up Dylan Drelling. Dylan, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, hello.
Well, looked like you were one of the fastest cars. You kept pushing people to the lead there on the high side, and well, you brought it home P3, so not too bad of a night. Tell me how your race was.
It was pretty good. I was up there doing well, working with Wesley. It was only my second start in this series, so I think that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. So I liked it.
A lot of green flag running, especially for a plate track. You know, you kind of expect the opposite, and a lot of green flags, green flag stops, and it looked really fun there till started getting those cautions late. But did you have anything? You think you had anything left to try and get up to the front, or is third about all you had with lack of help up there?
Well, I was kind of hoping, because I was getting ahead of the top lane pushing Wesley on the restart prior, so I was kind of hoping I could do the same and then go up to the top and kind of leave Wesley out to dry and hopefully don't get wrecked on the way back to the line. And, yeah.
It's always a way to have a plan, and then it never quite goes to plan, does it? But
Yeah.
Congrats on your third place finish. You got any friends, family, sponsor shout outs to give out tonight?
Thank you for hosting, yeah. And then, yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Easy peasy. You're welcome. All right, bud. Enjoy your top 3 finish, and have a great week.
Thank you. You too.
Dylan Jelling in the 78. Let's go grab our second place finisher, Justin Wilkinson, in the 19. Justin, DG, you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, sir, you brought it home P2. If you had some restart luck here, you think you would have had something for Wes, or you happy with your P2?
You never know at a super speedway. So with the weeks that I've had prior to this race, P2 is a win in my book. I needed a good finish, being on the fringe of playoffs. So yeah, I'll take that.
Absolutely. You were down in that danger zone, not too many points, not very comfortable above the cutoff line, and a good P2 is probably going to be what the doctor ordered for you. You got any further thoughts as you sweat it out to make sure you made it tonight?
Yeah, it's I feel like I said, past 4-5 weeks, however many it's been, I've put myself in good spots every race, and it just bad luck just strikes and I can't finish one. Last week at Bristol, I played a strategy a little unorthodox, ended up working out until about 20 laps to go, and then there was some misfortune there, where I probably would have had a top 5, and just bad luck. So hopefully a P2 is just swinging in the right direction heading into the playoffs. I'm pretty sure I made it. Hopefully I won the stage, I led a lap, I finished P2. If that's not enough, then I quit.
You should be in, but I can't say officially until it's official.
That's true. Yeah, you never know, I guess.
Well, congrats on the very solid run and the likely playoff berth. Do you have any friends, family, sponsor shout outs to give out to us tonight?
Actually, new sponsor for this week is heatwavedesigns.com or .net. Sorry. basically we just make and pre-made custom base layers and whatnot and numbers and all kinds of fun stuff. So check that out. 10 tenths as usual. Wesley won. That was awesome for him. Congrats. And I don't know how everybody else finished. I haven't went back to look at the standings yet, but I know at various parts of that race we were all up there at the front at one point. So that was pretty good. And as always, you for the broadcast. I'll be watching it later to kind of poke fun at you, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
No, but you did a great job. So I appreciate that.
Pretty sure I called Marcus Bill at one point.
Who hasn't,
All right, bud. You got any final thoughts before we let you get on out of here and celebrate your second place tonight?
No, I think we're all good. It was a good night.
10-4. All right, bud. Get on out of here. Enjoy your night, and we'll catch you in the next race.
Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
That be Justin Wilkinson, or Tito as we call him, getting the second place tonight. And now we go get race winner in the 22, Wes Parker. Wesley, how are we feeling tonight?
Hello, we're feeling wonderful after, winning this race. And beginning of the year when we ran Talladega, we did very poorly. So it's good to end the season with the win. It'd been nice to start and end with the win, but hey, to have 3 wins for the season right now and then heading into playoffs, that's a really strong stat bracket. So it's fun. I'm just ready for the playoffs now.
Yes, sir. And you got that defending champ status to worry about as well. Everyone's trying to knock off the champ from last season. You'll be starting the playoffs in the top position, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. And you excited for the 5 tracks we have to go to for the playoffs?
Oh yeah. The next race is Darlington, right? I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Like, yeah, all the tracks on here, I mean, I really cannot complain about. Like, um, all the tracks are really good. I would not complain one bit. Like, I enjoy all the tracks. So, Darlington will be fun. I really like Chicagoland. That's probably one of my top tracks. Homestead will be fun. Iowa, and of course Atlanta.
Of course, Atlanta.
But the
Iowa's my favorite.
old Atlanta is what
The
we
real
want.
Atlanta is like I like to call it.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. Don't like the new one.
Nope.
The old one's good. We like saving tires, and we're good at it.
Hey, Atlanta, Texas, and Charlotte are all the same. Let's ruin Texas and Atlanta. Why not?
Oh yeah, nah. Let's not talk about Texas. Ugh,
Yep.
it's gross.
Texas was great, and then they ruined it.
Yep, they did.
And they were like, "Oh, that worked well. Let's do it for Atlanta."
Yeah, let's keep on building more mile and a half tracks.
Like, why? Why? Atlanta was just fine the way it was. Nope, we're going to ruin it. Oh well,
No,
is what it is.
Just want to make it easy. That's all it is.
Seems to be. All right, bud. You got any friends, family, sponsor shout outs to throw out tonight?
I would like to shout out to Autumn. She is
course.
asleep right now. So, yeah. Well, you want to say hi to her? I'll
Hi,
say
Autumn.
hi.
Not
Even
now.
though she's asleep.
She'll go back and watch it later.
Yeah, she will probably. Shout out to the Tense group. It's always fun to join and hang out with them and be able to run. And Travis, running the league and everything, and you for broadcasting the race. I mean, you do every race every day, so it's like nonstop for you, and like everybody, including me, thank you for doing it.
Yeah, you get burned out real fast,
So,
let me tell you.
huh?
You get burned out real fast, let me tell you.
Yeah, with yourself by yourself, it's kind of hard, and I totally understand. So, like, I would like to see some like volunteers come in for sure and stuff, and like help out. It'd be fun. Like former people or current that doesn't run in the league but runs others. So,
Oh, you had a beautiful win tonight. What did you think when the rains came and you were suddenly not having to look down the barrel of a green white checker?
I mean, I kind of wanted a green white checkered. I mean, it just make it intense and fun. I mean, I'm glad for the win, but like I still wanted the action right there with the green white checkered. So, I mean, stuff happens. Everything. No one's perfect. I mean, it just stuff happens, so it's just what it is. I think the timer ran out. Really, is what I'm thinking.
Yep. Looking at
So,
what
I
time that
mean,
went down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
yeah, it happens. So, but we enjoyed it. Everybody had fun. So, just
Yes,
on to
sir.
the playoffs now.
All right. Well, get on out of here. Have a great night, and we'll catch you starting into playoffs next week.
All right. Thank you.
Wes Parker in the 22, picking up the victory tonight, defending champ from last season, starting back at the top of the standings as we get to kick off the playoffs next week for Xfinity Series. And all of our series. Let's go ahead and look at our final results. So we jump back live, close a few things, open a few things. Here we go. Wes Parker, race winner tonight over Justin Wilkinson, Dylan Drelling, Jeremy Scher, Dominic Lee, Blake Giglio, Clint Roberts, Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers, and Joe Madigan, your top 10. Have Clapper Newell, Jay Munch, Bill Rivard, Jake Lawrence, Scott Elston, Hayden Lowell, Nathan Lafayette, Travis Martin, Will Asherbranner, and Brandon Vasquez, top 20. 21 through 30, Ryan Thomas, Jimmy Kubanik, Brandon Bikey, Daniel Lawala, Mark Dingman, Tyler Lanin, J.R. Deal, Cody Cleaver, Dalton Hayes, and Alex Coffey. Won't show up, but there are more cars than that. We still haven't figured out what's causing this bug, but Ian Montrose 31st, Marcus Miller 32nd, and Mark Kincaid will be credited with 33rd tonight. That is going to do it for us at Daytona. We have to say that this has been iRacing.com. You can go there, pick up the subscription, get these cars in this track, and come race with us. You can also go to dgsracing.com, or you can click on the big red snake to get to our Discord. Then you can sign up for any of our leagues: Monday Night ARCA, Tuesday Xfinity, Wednesday we have the Cup Series, Thursday we have Super Late Models and Truck Series, Friday we do some fun hosted races, Saturday we have our Legend Series, and then Sunday our Lordco Street Stock Series. So come check them all out. Lots to do. Plenty of information about them on dgsracing.com. If you don't have the Discord yet, you can check that out and see that Discord is worth getting, so you can come race with us. That's where we do all of our league communication. So best way to get involved, pick up Discord, discord.gg. That's how you get your own Discord. Then come dgsracing.com, click on the big red snake. That'll get you where you need to be. Thank you guys so much for checking us out tonight. Thanks for enjoying tonight's broadcast, and we'll see you in the next race.